Hello, and thanks for stopping by ShawnHerrick.com. I am Shawn Herrick. I'm the founder of the Business Brilliance Success Training System. It's an honor to have you at my site. We're going to have some fun talking about probably everybody's favorite topic, taxes. Now, typically when you hear the word taxes, people go, "Urgh," they get really frustrated or angry, or they want to punch the IRS, things like that. Well, taxes are good because without taxes, we wouldn't have parks and school systems and the police and the fire department and the military. I happen to love the military. They keep us protected and safe to enjoy the freedoms that we have here in America. So the reason why most people get angry or frustrated when they hear the word taxes is because they're probably on the wrong side of the tax code. Let me explain. If you think about the taxes, the IRS, who do you think ultimately influences the IRS's decisions? Well, it's the lobbyists. Well, who pays the lobbyists? Well, the big business owners. So ultimately, business owners influence the lobbyists who influence Washington, which changes the tax codes. So it's the big business owners and small business owners who end up benefiting by the tax code, and the guy making 30, 40, 50 grand a year is getting screwed. So today we're going to have some fun and just talk about how you can learn the basics of how to use the tax system to your benefit. So, first question, what's the difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance? Well, about 15 years in prison. Tax evasion is basically against the law. It's a crime to evade, to run from paying your taxes. Tax avoidance, on the other hand, is a brilliant, awesome, intelligent strategy of the rich, the wealthy business owners. Business owners spend thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands a year on very, very, very intelligent and savvy tax strategists to teach them how to use the legal IRS tax code to pay the least amount of tax possible. That's the law, that you're allowed to pay the least amount of tax possible using all the legal deductions. So tax evasion is not paying your taxes and hiding out in the woods, where tax avoidance is a brilliant strategy you can start using right now to save more money, keep more money, or get more money back from that IRS. So I've got some very important notes here to give you some things you can start doing as a small business owner, sole proprietor, to start using the tax code to your advantage. So here's kind of the whole strategy. We're going to use simple numbers to help you guys understand. Let's say that you are making $100,000. Now you're going to be somewhere, depending on you're single or finally married, you're going to be in the 25 to 28% tax bracket. So let's say you're at the 25% tax bracket. If you made $100,000, you're going to owe 25% tax, which is $25,000. So you keep 75, you got to give 25 to the IRS. That's not fun. You want to keep a majority of that. So what you can do, if you can learn what things are tax deductible, that the IRS allows you to shave off from your total gross income, let's say you can share with the IRS all the things you spent money on in hopes of doing business, in hopes of getting a new client, hopes of in furthering your business. Maybe you had to travel to Hawaii in hopes of gathering new customers in Hawaii. Great. That's a tax deduction, that business trip. Even though you might have surfed and hung out at the beach a couple of days, as long as you're going there with the intent to do business, you can write that off. So let's say you're able to show $70,000 worth of tax deductions. Well, that takes your gross income from $100,000 minus the 70, so you're going to pay taxes on what's left over, which is $30,000, not the $100,000 that you made. So now that drops your tax bracket from the 25, 26, 27% tax bracket all the way down to the 12 to 15% tax bracket. So if you had to pay, let's say just 10% on 30,000, let's call it 15,000, you're going to pay, $4,500 in taxes instead of 25,000. So you saved yourself $21,000 in taxes, not evading, but avoiding taxes because you used the IRS allowable tax deductions to deduct from your gross business income. So I'm going to share with you a bunch of things that are tax deductible. Now, on my website, ShawnHerrick.com, you can visit there and download a document that will have all these things listed out for you so you don't have to write them all down. But here they are. Business phone calls. If you got a cell phone or a business line, that's deductible because you're using business. Education deductions, entertainment deductions. 50% of meals and entertainment are deductible. Mileage expense. You have a couple options. You can lease a car. I've leased all my exotics, my Ferrari, my Lamborghini. I lease them through my business. And in my business, the bylaws state that the CEO, me, and you can do the same thing, receives a car for being the president and CEO of the company. So my company car happened to be a Lamborghini. So my $3,250 car payment, my lease, is tax deductible to my corporation, which supplies me, the president, CEO, and founder of my own company, and you can do the same exact thing, a car to use for being the president of the company. Very, very simple thing you can do. Research materials, startup costs, a portion of your mortgage or rent. If you rent an office, lease an office, all those things are tax deductible. In addition, accounting fees, administration fees, bank charges, dues, subscriptions, insurance, internet access, legal and professional, marketing, promotions, advertising, contests, promotions, postage, shipping, and a percentage of utilities if you have a home office. Also, if you have a home office, I'm actually hanging out in my home office right now, I can take the square footage of my home office, divide it by the square footage of my house, and multiply that by my mortgage, lease, rent, and deduct that as business use of home. So there's a lot of things, obviously, and there's thousands more. In fact, the IRS tax code is probably so magnificently large that even the chief executive officer of the IRS doesn't even know everything. It's probably a couple 100,000-page manuals to share all the stuff the IRS can do for you and against you if they want to. So what are some ways to report these deductions? Well, every one of us does what we call a 1040. You can do a 1040EZ, a 1040A, or a 1040 on those are your forms of tax returns. If you're going to have a business, you're going to have to do a 1040. Along with your 1040, you can submit a Schedule C. That's C as in Charlie, a Schedule C. That's sole proprietor income. That basically tells the IRS I made $100,000 in my business, but I spent A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I spent all these things trying to make that money. So here's my net income from business, and that net income transfers over to your 1040 and goes along if you have a job or wages, tips, all that other stuff. So that's one way to do it. The problem with that is you're going to pay self-employment tax. So what I did is I formed a corporation. I formed an S Corp. So I lease all my vehicles through my S Corp. I pay myself a salary from my S Corp as the president and CEO and officer of my corporation. My cars, my vehicles are all leased through that. I have a personal debit card and I have a corporation debit card. And what I do with those two is I do all the things that are deductible on my corporation debit card, and then my personal stuff like groceries and clothes and haircuts and toothpaste, things like that, on my personal card. So at the end of the year, it's really simple. I just print out 12 statements off of wellsfargo.com or chase.com or bankofamerica.com, and I basically add those up. Actually, programs will add them up for you, and then you get to fill in the blanks of all your business deductions. Very, very, very simple. So I definitely recommend incorporating. In fact, there's another video on ShawnHerrick.com that talks about incorporations, how to incorporate, which one to choose, what state to incorporate, and all the basics. I encourage you to watch that as well. So, in conclusion, there's a lot to learn, obviously. And in 5, 6, 7 minutes, I can't give you everything. What I recommend you do is find a great and fantastic tax accountant. Don't go cheap on this. This is not the person to find the cheapest guy, does it for $75 down at H&R Block. I invest thousands a year on my tax preparer, my tax accountant, because he saves me tens of thousands every year, if not over 100,000 plus a year, by him being so knowledgeable and so savvy with the tax code. He knows everything to do to help my business keep more what we make by using the legal IRS deductions to help me maximize my tax deductions. So hope that's been helpful. I want to thank you for stopping by ShawnHerrick.com. It's been an honor to share from my heart this afternoon. I hope that you're prosperous. I hope your business is growing. Whatever I can do to help, I'm here to help. If you're not yet a Business Brilliance member, stop by my website, ShawnHerrick.com, and for free become a Business Brilliance member. You'll get the latest access to videos and trainings and audios to help you grow your business. Once again, thanks a lot. Have an awesome, fantastic, and blessed day. I'll see you at the top. Take care.